Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Man Bites Film. My name is Lewis, and this week we're going to be analyzing the word bitch. So, as I said before, we're going to be reviewing the movie Bitch. This is a 2017 film, comedy, drama, thriller, I guess you could say, directed by Mariana Pauca and starring her as well as Jill, the main character. Jill is basically a character that kind of lost her mind. She's a mother that has two kids that don't care about her, don't care about anything but themselves like kids normally do, and a husband that's a cheating son of a bitch. No pun intended. For lack of a better word, honestly. And she loses her mind. She keeps seeing a dog out in the backyard, and this dog keeps staring at her again. And in a weird turn of events, one morning, all the family wakes up and all that stuff, and usually she has breakfast ready, to go for the kids, for the husband, and she's the core. She's the core of the family. She is the patriarch, and not there, nowhere to be found. Can't find her anywhere. Kids are going crazy trying to look for her, and the husband is like, what's going on? Completely lost, oblivious to anything that's going on. So it takes a little bit, but the husband ends up going to work, trying to drop off the kids, which is hilarious the way that happens. And the guy it's played by Jason Ritter as Bill, and he kind of plays it in a weird way. There's something off about this character, honestly. I can't pinpoint it, but he's probably my only issue with the whole movie, honestly. And Mariana Pauca is nowhere to be found. Jill is nowhere to be found, and they can't find her. Kids come back home because they're obviously worried, and they end up going into the basement for some reason. They find her completely covered in her own feces underneath the house. Not in the basement, in an underneath of the house. And she is literally completely covered in feces and completely smothered and all that stuff, and non-responsive whatsoever until the husband gets there. Once the husband gets there, starts barking, literally barking. Okay, now this film, yes, she turns into a dog, thus the title, a female dog. But it's not that. This is the story of how women are, first of all, underappreciated and underestimated by husband, by kids, by society as a whole. Until recently, honestly, society really didn't give a shit, for lack of a better word, honestly. They really didn't. And women are literally what hold relationships together and hold families together. They're not only the best caregivers because they actually do care the most, and they carry the child for 9 months. There's no way that you could beat that closeness to a kid, to a child, bearing that child for 9 months. But not only that, there's something just in our nature that the woman feels more, is able to feel more for a child, and able to handle a lot more stress and handle a lot more situations than men can. Men are there's only so many uses for a man. And I'm saying that as one, so I mean, yeah, it's the truth. There's certain things that men can't do, and honestly, there's some women that can't handle that pressure because they have such a high expectation, yet get no appreciation whatsoever. And this film studies that. It goes into the aspects of what this woman goes through on a daily basis. the unfulfillment of a relationship that's not appreciated whatsoever by her husband. She's literally like thrown aside and cheated on and just completely stomped on by this guy, and she has no way to react because she's afraid of having to take care of 2 kids by herself. That sucks, and that's no way to live a life. I mean, unfortunately, that's how it is, and our society does that to some people, and this film really does a great job of portraying that. Once you get to the end of the movie, you're realizing like, wow, this is not just a comedy, a weird comedy about a woman turning into a dog. This is a lot more underneath, and it really does come out by the middle of the film. It takes a while to get to it, but once it gets to it, it hits you hard, and it punches you in the face. And it does punch the husband in the face finally, and it gets him to finally grow up and realize, dude, I'm taking advantage of this woman and everything in my family. I can't believe that. And a lot of people do this, and I don't understand it. If you're a husband or you're with somebody, that you have to be 100% with that person, and most people are not. They just don't give it their all. They just kind of float by and hope for the best. And I like this movie because it throws that in your face, and it tells you you're an idiot if you're doing this. This is exactly what's wrong with us as a culture. So I really enjoyed this film. It's called Bitch, if you haven't noticed. 2017 film, streaming on Netflix currently. I give it about a 6.5 to 7 out of 10. My biggest gripe with it is Jason Ritter's character, and he just doesn't. There's something off about that character and that actor. He doesn't fit the role well. It does something to me that just annoys me to no end. Thank you guys, and I hope you guys enjoyed today's movie review on Man Bites Film. If you enjoyed this content a lot, then please subscribe, comment, and share. Check us out on iTunes or Buzzsprout if you have an Android phone. Also, we're going to be doing Man vs. Film, which is basically fandom versus fandom, and we bring together a collective panel of multiple people that enjoy that particular fandom and why you might enjoy this fandom rather than that one. And then, of course, on Man Bites Film, on the podcast version, we have a director's tribute. We do a full analysis of these films and these directors and actors that are just so beloved by so many. So please check us out on that content, and we'll see you guys around for the next movie review on YouTube.